Hello, my name is Alex Iles and welcome to Newcastle's Castle. Now, in this episode we're going to talk about the construction of a castle and look at my favourite part of Newcastle's castle as well. Now, you're probably thinking with the construction of a castle about the walls, the gatehouses, all of the military needs of a castle to make this into a huge fortress. From gatehouses being at the right angles so that when attackers attack they're unable to go any further, about the size of walls and the way that they're laid out to funnel people in certain directions, about the grand keep in the centre, which is again a huge fortress and a massive defendable location. But the castle is so much more than that as well. And there's a brilliant blog by Newcastle's Castle on Morris the engineer, the actual engineer who built Newcastle's castle and then later on went to build Dover's castle. And they talk about him and the way he built the castle and all of those things as well. So I'll put that in the description and I definitely suggest you have a look at that as well. But just while we're thinking about the construction of a castle, it's not just about its military function, because the castle has so many other factors in it as well. The castle is a location, if it's a royal castle, where the king will meet and hold court. It's where he'll give out patronage and he'll also take it away, where he'll assign new titles and make knights, but at the same time he'll also grant out lands of families that have died out, of noble families that have died out, to other new people and raise them up to lordship. And so there's always that giving of power and asserting of power inside a castle. And so a castle doesn't just have to be a fortress in a time of war, it also has to be a functioning building where we have so many other functions going on here as well. There's a garrison. The sheriff is based out of the castle, so it's a place of law and order, and courts are held here. And then finally as well, it's also a place of feasting and eating and drinking, as well as just sustaining the garrison with food and drink on a normal day-to-day basis. So all of these functions have to be planned into the building of a castle. And Morris the engineer did a fantastic job here at Newcastle's Castle, and I'm standing in my favourite room, and one that would have caused Morris, in my opinion, a little bit of a headache, or he was so clever that he managed to build this room in a way that it would continue to function centuries after his life. And one of the things I love about this room is this is the well room, the place where the water in the castle would be distributed from. Now you're probably thinking, Alex, well, we expected the walls, the gatehouse, the castle keep itself, maybe the Great Hall to be your favourite part of the castle. But instead, no, it's the well room right here that is my favourite part. And the reason why is because Newcastle's Castle took 10 years to build. Now hold on to that fact in your head and I'll explain why I think that's so important as we go on. Now directly in front of you right here is the well room, so 99 foot below us is the well, and this is where water would have been drawn out from. You can see a hole as well in the sandstone where there would have been an iron bar, and then the rope attached to the iron bar, the bucket would have gone down into the well, you'd have drawn out the water and then brought it up again. And because Newcastle's Castle is actually built on top of a Roman site, the Roman fort of Ponus Alius, there's a chance that this would have been the same well the Roman fort would have used, because the Normans coming along here would have seen a perfectly well functioning well and gone, let's continue to use that. Let's build that into the structure of the castle so we can supply our castle with water. So I personally believe that there is a good chance that could also be the Roman water supply alongside the medieval water supply. Now the water would have been brought out, and now you're going, well, okay, we've got a bucket of water. What's so special about that, Alex? Right here, to my left and to my right, are two basins. And these basins have holes in the centre, and then they just go down through the stone. Because throughout the whole of Newcastle's Castle, there is a water system. So down in the cellar, there is actually also a location where a lead pipe comes out, and I presume in the Middle Ages there would have been a cork in it. You could remove that cork and draw water out in the cellar. And other rooms in the castle as well had their own water supply. Now that's amazing because, as I said, the castle was built over 10 years. So over the course of, the building of the castle, they had to decide where those pipes would go, line them up, and then build the castle up and around them. And it's amazing because these walls are huge. They're designed to sustain siege, they're designed to sustain siege weapons, all of those sort of things. And once you've got the walls in place, there's no chance that you can take a couple of bricks out and sort out the plumbing if something goes wrong. So Morris the engineer, when he's designing this water system for Newcastle's castle, has thought about it, designed it, and then built it from the ground upwards so that Newcastle's castle had a functioning water system that could be used throughout the centuries. And that's why the well room right here is my favourite room in Newcastle's castle, and why I like telling people about it when I bring them in here, and obviously I'm doing a video for you as well. So when you're considering the building of a castle, it's not just about the military structure and all of that as well. It's about how it's a place where prestige is given, where knights are raised, where feasts are held, where day-to-day life happens, and alongside that as well, where water is drawn up from an old well and distributed throughout the whole of the castle, so normal people can just have a drink when they're doing their work about the castle and their day-to-day lives. And it's that day-to-day lives that really gets me excited about history, because they're the same lives that, built the world that we see around us today. So I hope my passion for that has come out in the video, and that I've been able to teach you a little bit about castle construction, how they were made, and the ideas and thoughts that went into the construction of a castle. I hope you join us for a new video in the future, and until then, stay safe and well, and thank you for watching.